Let's have a look at the filter element included in the OctoMono app. So you can see it's a simple filter element where you can create filters, which are all content areas, where then you can drop elements. In here, for example, we added some images, here a title, text, a button, but you could practically add any type of element inside. This is how it looks in your Weebly editor, where you can see the name of the category. The name of the category is where your title was assigned to. So in this case, Weebly content is category 3, water is category 1, and furniture is category 2. So let's have a look at the backend, how it looks. So you can see here you can add categories and you can name them as well. Once they are named, they will be appearing inside here. So let's, for example, have a look and create a, you can call it anything you want. We'll leave it like this, new category. And then when you click on an element, you can see that this element needs to belong to new category. It can belong to all categories if you want as well, or just one or two or whatever amount. So then you can see that now it belongs to the new category. Once you create a new category, it could come in handy and add a new button for it, so it has a new title here inside of our menu. So you simply would add the add button, and then you can see a new button. When you scroll down, you look for the new button added, and then you can see here where it says button name, and then you would say like new category, for example. You can also move around your titles easily by just grabbing them here with the handlebar at the top and then dropping them here. And now you can see instead of the 4th position, it has switched to the 3rd position. You can of course also just simply drop it in the 1st position if needed. Apart from that, you can also move elements around, just like that. And as said before, simply assign a category to here. There are plenty of styles as well. Some other features as well about the show elements, about the menu items. So you can also hide the all button, and then you can see that our all button is gone. When you have selected it, you can add some text for it, so custom text here. But let's scroll down and you can see button styles. These are the button styles actually. There are some preset styles. Right now it is set to style 3, but you can set it to style 1, where you can style the buttons, the borders, you can set the width, the color, the active color with the hover color, and all those things. Style 2 is just like separate buttons where you got pills that you can style as well. Style 3 we saw it before, and style 4 just has some borders where you can change the width obviously of those borders as well. So it was been set to 4, so maybe you wanted to set it to 1, and so on. Let's have a look at the last setting here where it says element style. So those are all those elements where you can obviously change your background color, include a border if needed, sorry. Color that button, add some border radius, set it to 0 if you want it to be squared elements. You can also obviously remove all of those colors. You can simply drag it to transparency. Same with the border. Now with the border, instead of setting the color to transparency, you would simply set it to 0 obviously. Now let's scroll down. You get some inner padding for the horizontal axis and some inner padding of the y-axis. Of the vertical axis, and you can set them to 0 as well if needed. So if for example you wanted to add some content that is stuck to each other, then you can also remove actually the spacing, which is also there. Next is how your elements are appearing. So you can choose for desktop how many elements you would like to see in one row. You can increase that, and you can see like that it will adapt. So you can set it to full width if needed. And you can do the same thing for tablet view and for phone view. And that's actually about it. You can also obviously add a new element. And once you add a new element, you can move that around simply by grabbing it and dragging it. When you delete an element, make sure that when you delete it that you that you don't need the content that you were adding in Weebly, because all of that content will be permanently lost. Okay, so now that we add a new element, we're gonna assign it. I'm gonna assign it to category 3. Just switch that off, just like that. We're gonna save it. And then back in our editor, you can see that we have a new element here. And now you simply drop in some elements to populate that box. And when publishing it, and refreshing the page, you can see that those elements are all there, that the new element is here. And it's nicely aligned. And then when filtering it, we added it on category 3, which was Weebly content. And you can see we have our new element right here.